Hi, this is Heather with eXp Realty in the beautiful Comox Valley and Campbell River areas, bringing you your market update, a review of what happened in the month of June, and where we're at today in the first couple of weeks of July. It is my pleasure to put together these fun presentations for you. And also, if you have any questions about anything that I go over or you want to talk about real estate, by all means, reach out to me. So right now, I'm going to share my screen and we're going to look at the market. Okay, here we are. We're going to talk about the month of June as well as the early weeks of July 2021. My name is Heather. We'll start off by a little bit of an update from the president of the Vancouver Island Real Estate Board, and that would be Ian McKay. And Ian, once again, is telling us something that I think we all know, and that is inventory is rising slightly. And that does open up the market and opportunities for buyers that have been waiting for homes to come on. And I have to tell you, there have been some beautiful properties come on the market at absolutely every different level of dollar value. So I'm looking at property at $1.7 million right now that I truly am loving. And then I just looked at a property for $600,000 that is so cute on a couple of acres. So there is opportunity out there. And also what Ian was talking about was over the last year that both the Campbell River and the Comox Valley area prices rose 30%. And in some cases, it has been a lot more. But right now, what we're really talking about is the average price of a home. And that would be the bulk of homes that are probably between the $400,000 and now $700,000 and what's happened with those properties. I'd like to give you a snapshot of the last week here. That's my little dog, Farallon, there. So the last Market Watch week, we had 72 listings come on the market, which is fantastic. And like I said to you, there were some really awesome properties. I have a number of people I'm working with right now, buyers both around the Comox Valley, Campbell River area, as well as out of province. So I was really excited to share these properties with them. We have 66 pending sales in the past week. That means that 66 homes or condos or townhouses had accepted offers with subjects on them. Those subjects were removed and now those properties are pending closing. And usually it takes 30 to 60 days. And in some cases it can be longer. It all depends what it is you are looking for, how your move is going to go, or you as the seller, where you are going to go when that property is sold. We had something interesting. We had 18 price decreases, and we have not seen that in quite a while. I'm going to talk to you a little bit about probably right now, out of those 66 pending sales, I have to say that at least half of them never sold over asking price. So we are seeing more and more of that in British Columbia, where the market is not cooling, but it's not the frenzy that it was. However, a disclaimer, still properties that are coming on anywhere from $500,000 to maybe $900,000, there's still a pent-up demand of buyers for that level of housing. We did have 87 homes where the buyer finally took possession of the property, and that's a very exciting time, I'm sure, in a lot of people's lives. Many of the buyers that I was working with are actually holding off right now, and it's not because they think prices are coming down, but I think it's because of the fatigue of what buyers have gone through, but also because the COVID restrictions have been lifted. It is summertime and people are missing their family, and they're taking the priority in their life to be having a summer vacation, seeing the people that they've missed. And so that is also opening up opportunity for those buyers that have to buy before, say, school starts in September. I ask you, do you think that this is going to slow the market down? And do you think prices might be coming down in the fall? I don't think so, but a lot of people seem to think that that's what's happening. So let's talk about the Comox Valley right now. There's 23 properties for sale right now that are over $850,000. When it comes to acreage, I'm not talking about generally, because there are a lot of properties on the market over $850,000 that are sitting on, 7,000, 10,000 square foot lots. I'm talking specifically about acreages right now. As well, there are 10 sales pending. That is another 50% drop over what it was last month. And we've had one property, which was an acreage, sell in the last 30 days. When it comes to waterfront homes, we have 5 homes on the water for sale right now. We have 4 pending sales. And what was interesting to look at the sales in the last month, right now, the highest sale was Beaufort Winery, and they were asking just under $5 million for that property. They do have an accepted offer on it now. And the highest sale for a detached home was also just under $3 million. And ironically, it was also on Beaufort Avenue. Beaufort Winery is not on Beaufort Avenue, but I just thought that was kind of ironic. We are going to have a quick look at the summary of June 2021. What happened? Campbell River had 63 sales, whereas the Comox Valley had 81. And that for Campbell River is slightly up over last month, where it maintained a level of consistency in the Comox Valley. In June 2021, Campbell River is looking just under 700,000 for their sales average, whereas the average for the Comox Valley is $788,000. And I want to give you a fun fact, and this is also something to consider if you are a buyer right now. Did you know that 20% of accepted offers never remove subjects? Now, 2 examples. I had a property in the Black Creek area where I never had subjects removed. Now, I did have a number of buyers waiting to find out, but I never had a buyer write a backup offer. And if you were interested in that property, you probably would have got that property because the first buyer never removed subjects. Now, number 2, I had an offer on a condo in Campbell River, and my buyer never removed subjects because of some strata bylaws that they found out about. So maybe if you are in love with a property, you might take that risk and write a backup offer. I think it's a really, really good idea. In the condo market, Campbell River is sitting at 318,000, whereas the Comox Valley, we're now at 381,000. And you can always stop the video and have a look at how it was a month ago, 3 months ago, 6 months ago. That will help you decide if you think the market is going to come down in pricing over the next little bit. Here we are in the townhouse market. Campbell River sitting at 442,000 and Comox Valley at 542,000. So about $100,000 more to buy a townhouse in the Comox Valley. And once again, you can look at where these properties were a month ago, 3 months ago, and 6 months ago. Just stop the video and you can have a look. Overall single family benchmark pricing. This is what I really love looking at. Campbell River now is $627,600 for a single family home, and the Comox Valley is $756,400. And once again, that's because the bulk of the sales happen in those price range. And I have heard some of my buyers say, I think that agents are putting the property on the market slightly under the market value, and that's why they're selling so much over. That has backfired on a number of sales in the recent months, and I did have someone that was countered, even though they were the only offer that came in, they were countered over the asking price, and I had to scratch my head on that. What the buyer was going to do in that situation. Anyhow, so that's where we sit, but look at where we were a month ago and look at where we were 3 months ago. And that drastic change of $100,000 for a buyer is a lot. So I don't know if you want to risk as a buyer waiting another 3 months or 6 months to see what's going to happen in the marketplace. Because once again, every time a house sells, the next time there's a sale or a listing, it's either going to be basically right around that price or it's going to be higher, because that is how market value is depicted by the last sale. My wish list, interesting what's happened in the ALR. If you have property that is located in the ALR, I have a number of those properties. There has been a zoning change, and so that means what you can do on those properties actually has gotten better. So if you're interested in what that is, by all means, give me a call. I'm looking for a rancher, 1,400 square feet or larger in the Comox area, actually. And I am desperately looking for ocean front properties, not across the road, but on the ocean, anywhere along Seaview, Driftwood Road. And I know there are a couple of properties on the market, but they are drastically higher than what my buyers can look for. And I know there's been a number of properties come on the market that my jaw has dropped, and I've said, where do they get this price from? But you can list your property at anything that you choose to list it at. There is no law against that. Coming up, I have that subdivision that should be done in the next month, and there will be 3 properties out of that. It is 50 acres being broken down, and that's just outside the Courtenay area. So just literally a 5-minute drive to downtown Courtenay. I want to give my shout out that I always do every month on my update. Up there in the corner in such a beautiful smile is Ashley, and she has just opened a little coffee truck called Respect the Drip. They have the property where the old whale used to be, the white whale, and Ashley is there with her coffee truck and her wonderful personality. Ashley's husband is running the Courtenay Garage. That is his property, Cameron. And one of the things that they are doing is they're bringing live music outdoor in the evening times at the Courtenay Garage, located right across from Lewis Park. So just grab a couple of chairs and head on over there, and just, you can order food from the food trucks. You can get ice cream. There's coffee and juices, hamburgers. It's just wonderful. And we rode our bikes actually from Black Creek all the way down there last week. It's about 37 kilometers each way, and it was fun. We really loved it. And speaking of biking, my wonderful leader of our crew, Karen had put together a great little biking trip for a group of us last Friday on our e-bikes, and we spent probably a good hour and a half in the Ravenslands behind Miracle Beach. And then she gave us a big surprise, and we stopped off for a really yummy treat at Shore Wolf Farm. Now they are open Fridays, Saturdays, and on Sundays they're at the Gumboot Market. And wow, she is quite the baker and gardener, because we had wonderful treats there. I got a couple of loaves of sourdough bread for my husband, raspberries, and all kinds of wonderful vegetables that you can buy, flowers, and that Shore Wolf. And it's located on the Island Highway, just up from north, I would say, from where the Black Creek store is and the Black Creek Diner. And yeah, that was a really nice treat. I'm not sure where Karen's taking us tomorrow, but every Friday we head out on our bikes and just explore this beautiful place in the Comox Valley Campbell River area. I know my husband and I are going to ride our bikes to SoCal in Willow Point this week. We're really looking forward to that as well. My name is Heather. If you have any questions in regards to your real estate needs, by all means, reach out, send me a private message, phone me, text me, reach out on Facebook. It all works. Have a wonderful week and take care.